Okay, let's give you guys some more practice. So determine if this series will converge or if it will diverge. So press pause and have a go. Okay, so here we're going to use the ratio test. So anytime you see factorial or exponents, then think about the ratio test. Here we're going to use the ratio test. To use the ratio test, we need to compute this value. Well, an plus 1 would be this thing here, and then times the reciprocal of an. That will then give you this. Well, to use the ratio test, we need to compute this value here. Well, this thing here will be this whole thing here. So we need to compute this. Now, as n moves from 1 to infinity, this will always be positive, always be positive, always be positive, always be positive. The whole thing would be positive. It's always going to be positive in the realm from 1 to infinity. So we can discard the absolute sign. That will then give us this. And then now it's just a matter of tidying this up. Visualize this as one block multiplying another block. And then let me think. And then this thing here. Visualize this thing here as this, because if you look at this, if you have whatever to the power of n plus 1, that's the same as whatever to the power of n times whatever to the power of 1, which is well, this thing here is the same as this. So now this will cancel out with this, and then that will then take us to here. And then let me think, and then isolate this thing here. That will then give you this, and then you've got one fraction here. And remember, in the previous video, I said that you should ingrain this in your mind. Well, ingrain this, or 1 plus 1 over n. N limit n tends to infinity equals e. Ingrain this in your mind. If you can, try to ingrain this in your mind as well. Well, anyway, in the previous video, we've seen that this thing here equals e. So now, if you look at this is a reciprocal of this. So in the previous video, we've seen that the limit of this is 1 over e, and then this thing here, as n heads towards infinity, would be 0. So 0 times this thing, it would be 0. So the limit is actually 0. So going back to the very start, we were trying to determine if this will converge or if this will diverge. We needed to compute this value here when it comes to the ratio test. Well, this value here equals 0. Now 0, if it's less than 1, it's going to converge. So therefore, our series will converge. Okay.